Welcome back to our channel where we take a look at some of the most popular private jets and helicopters and dive into their features. A private jet from the 80s that is still very much demanded in this day of technology. Such a thing is possible only by a manufacturing company that is on top of the aviation sector. The company we are talking about is Gulfstream, and today's spotlight will be on the Gulfstream III or G-III jet. It is the third generation of a very successful family line of private jets. So, let us take a look at the real prize of owning this business jet aircraft. Before we get on to that, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel. It helps us a lot with the YouTube algorithm and lets us know that we are helping to enrich lives out there. If you are into aviation, have a look at our new aviation compilation channel, Aviation Central. It is the first link in the description. We would highly appreciate it. And without any further ado, let's get on to the video. The G-III cemented Gulfstream's reputation as the leading business jet provider of the 1980s. From its inception, the Gulfstream G-III has made a name for itself, starting as the first business jet to fly over both poles. Designed as an enhanced version of the Grumman Gulfstream II, the Gulfstream III was a third-generation aircraft built in Savannah, Georgia, by Grumman Aerospace Corporation, together with Gulfstream Aerospace Corporation. In 1967, the Grumman Gulfstream II was introduced as the first transcontinental range business jet with a true stand-up cabin. A redesign was announced in 1976, but the project was canceled in May of 1977. However, in 1978, the G-III was announced, featuring upgrades such as a fuselage stretch, a new wing design, and a wraparound windshield. The G-III made its first flight in December 1979 and received FAA certification less than 10 months later. It was introduced to the market in September of 1980. It was produced until 1986 with 202 jets delivered. This heavy jet featured a further range and increased payload capacity than its predecessors, while sitting at a cheaper price point than the competition. Gulfstream cabins are world-renowned for sophistication, comfort, and productivity. The Gulfstream III isn't any different. It has a sufficiently spacious cabin with an external length of 41.3 feet, reaches 6.1 feet in height, and stretches 7.3 feet in width, allowing for a total cabin volume of 1,502 cubic feet. The cabin of the G-III is usually set in a corporate layout, capable of accommodating 8 to 12 passengers in club combination arrangements. However, as many as 19 passengers can be accommodated. The cabin was typically configured to seat 12 passengers in a forward 4-place club, mid-cabin 4-place conference with table, and aft 3-place divan, although there are many variations on this theme. The cabin of the Gulfstream III offers fully adjustable chairs and divans, a forward or rear enclosed lavatory, and a large baggage compartment accessible during your flight. Amenities incorporated in the G-III include a deluxe refreshment center with a coffee maker and refrigerator. It will give you a Miami Vice feeling for sure. The standard recliner seats can be folded to 180-degree lie flats and a sofa bed toward the rear galley. The large forward galley opposite the main cabin entry door can handle most long flights, and an attendant's seat can be positioned nearby. The aft lavatory was equipped with a vanity with sink and hang-up wardrobe. The G-III continues the G2 signature large oval windows with 5 per side. The design of the cabin ensured that the passengers enjoy their trips to the fullest. Make sure to watch till the end, as we will dive a bit into this business jet right now and a deep analysis of owning cost. The G-III comes equipped with 2 Rolls-Royce Spey Mark 511 8-turbofan engines. The 1950s design Spey was one of the first turbofans to enter the wide military and civilian service. It proved more economical than the straight-pipe turbojet engines of the day, and at 11,400 pounds of thrust each, the engines give the 69,700-pound G-III plenty of reserve power, even at high altitudes. The engines also feature an inspection interval of 8,000 hours. At sea level and standard conditions, the G-III can take off at 5,100 feet. After takeoff, the G-III can climb directly to 43,000 feet. Its maximum certified flight ceiling is 45,000 feet. Long-range cruise speeds of 442 knots can be reached at 45,000 feet, and high-speed cruise of 488 knots can be reached at 39,000 feet. With maximum fuel and reserves, the G-III has a maximum range of 4,410 nautical miles. With the new improved wing design, the G-III features a significant reduction in fuel burn, which when combined with the increased fuel capacity, allows for a vast increase in range without adding wingtip tanks. The redesigned nose provides extra space for a third pilot on long-haul flights, and the cockpit is equipped with a dual Sperry ED800 electronic flight instrumentation system avionics suite. As we are entering the last part of the video, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel. Now, to the most important topic, how much does it cost to own the G-III? Back when deliveries of the Gulfstream G-III began, it was the first business jet to break through the $10 million price barrier way through. It was selling for $16 million, and despite better fuel economy, it still burns substantially more fuel than other aircraft in this class. But as production ended in the 80s, it is impossible to find brand new models now. The price of a pre-owned example can be within $1 to $3 million. The annual budget of any aircraft mostly depends on how many hours it has flown. Normally, if you are a heavy flyer, then you fall into the 400 fly-hour category, and if not, then you most likely belong to the 200 fly-hour category. So, if you are in the high-flying category, then your annual budget can be around $3.5 million. And if you fall into the 200 fly-hour category, you can be looking at several $2 million. Storage is one of the aspects on which you have to spend some money as an aircraft owner. Now, in case of storage, you can either park it in your garage if it can hold on a private jet, put it in a hangar, or just tie it outside. The third option isn't the appropriate as it's a multi-million-dollar thing, and then putting it in your garage can be too much of a hassle, so a hangar is the most appropriate option. And to store your G-III in a hangar would cost you around $75,000. If you have a private jet, you have to appoint crews to ensure you have a proper flight every time. So, who are your crews? Pilots and flight attendants. So, you have to pay their salary. The crew salary is a significant one when it comes to aircraft cost. Whether the aircraft is flying or not, the crew will need to be paid their salaries. So for your G-III, what is the amount you're looking at as a crew salary? Around $300,000. So you are appointing crews to make sure you have a delightful flight. Okay, then you also have to make sure that they are properly trained as they'll be directly handling your private jet. This is why having well-trained crew members is important as they are integral to the safe and efficient operation of your aircraft while it's in the air. The crew training cost for your G-III could be around $35,000. If you want your aircraft to be ready at a moment's notice, then you have to make sure of its maintenance. To ensure that the aircraft are safe to fly, they require maintenance at regular intervals. And who decides the intervals? Well, the manufacturers have proper guidelines for that. It also depends on the number of hours flown. If you put your G-III for maintenance after 200 hours of flying, it will cost around $330,000. And after 400 hours of flying, the cost will go up to $600,000 per year. Aircraft management is an essential component when owning and operating a private jet. An aircraft management team provides all the necessary services required to fly the aircraft. Of course, there is the option of so-called self-management, but being a millionaire, you'll surely have other much more important tasks, so this option is rarely selected. The management cost of your G-III will be around $80,000. A landing fee is a charge paid by an aircraft to an airport company for landing at a particular airport. Landing fees vary by airport and usually depend on the size and weight of the aircraft. Expect fees to be in the $100 to $500 range. Sometimes these fees are waived if your aircraft is refueling at the airport. The fees are used to maintain runways and airport buildings. Every aircraft must have two types of insurance: liability insurance and hull insurance. The first one provides cover against loss, damage, or injury to third parties. The second one covers physical damage to the airplane. You can buy these coverages separately or together. The total insurance cost of G-III would be around $18,000. Do you use your jet frequently for long flights? Then you might need food on those flights. Specialized catering services offering a variety of fares, from light snacks to fine dining, are often available for charter flights for an additional fee. This fee can vary greatly depending on the quantity and caliber of food and beverages desired. In the case of the G-III, the catering cost could go up from $40,000 to $50,000. Well guys, that's it for this video. Click the links above to check out some of our other videos. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. We have many great videos coming up. See you in the next video.